For the longest time, I never saw myself trying out augmented reality glasses. The technology always seemed to be incredibly interesting, don't get me wrong, but also incredibly expensive. When the Apple Vision Pro was announced, it kind of made me feel like I was priced out of the market altogether, since I didn't want to spend several $1,000s just to try out this emerging tech. But as time goes on, these new computing platforms are getting way more affordable. So today, we're going to check out the latest AR glasses from Rokid to show you what the experience is like using a much more affordable alternative, and to my surprise, there's actually a lot of functionality here. So, as I said, this is the Rokid Max 2, which is a sub $600 AR system, and I think with devices like these, it's super important to understand how they actually work. This standalone AR system is broken up into two important parts. You get the display unit, which is the glasses themselves, and the computing unit, which is this little pack that you can connect alongside it. In regards to the actual glasses portion, they are responsible for generating the image you see. Inside the frame, tiny projectors beam light through an optical engine, which directs the image into your eyes, making it appear as if it's floating in a virtual space. Because the lenses are transparent, you can still see your physical environment around you, making the images appear overlaid on top of everything, which is super useful if you still have life happening around you. Or you can use the included blackout shield to make for a more immersive cinematic experience. But the glasses are just for the output. All of the real heavy lifting happens in the separate compute pack, which contains the chipset being the Snapdragon 6 Gen 1, RAM, battery, and storage. And that's a quick rundown on the physical end of things, but of course, a huge reason you would get these glasses in the first place is to improve your interactions with various pieces of content, and it gives you a lot of advantages here. First off, the compute pack is running on what's called Yoda OS Master, which is based on Android. So thankfully, it is compatible with the Google Play Store, and more importantly, it's DRM certified, which means these glasses can play content from major streaming services like Netflix, which is a huge one, but also YouTube, Disney Plus, Prime Video, Hulu, and much more, all natively. Alongside that, you also have access to the first-party Rokid store that supports a growing developer ecosystem with spatial apps made specifically for these glasses. Right now, there's around 35 spatial apps that are available, which tend to come off to me like cool tech demos showing you the capability of what you can truly do in a 3D space. Alternatively, you can bypass the internal system altogether and connect the glasses directly to anything with a USB-C video output. This includes a MacBook, a phone, or a tablet, whether that's iOS or Android, and you can even connect it to more intense devices like your gaming PC or console if you have an HDMI to USB-C adapter. If you're accessing content through that internal operating system, then that's where you'll be able to enjoy the benefits of a spatial multi-screen environment. The system allows you to run up to 3 application windows simultaneously, arranging them in a surround style layout right in front of you. The software includes a decent bit of flexibility as well in terms of how these windows are displayed, so you can adjust them to various ratios like wide, ultra wide, or a narrow vertical format depending on the content or task that you're working on. Ultimately, this setup is designed for multitasking, so in theory, you could have a video playing on one screen, a message thread open on another, and a website up for browsing off to the side, all at the same time without having to switch tabs or applications, which helps make this feel like a really great mobile workspace. If you're using a native app, one of the most impressive features is giant screen mode. You can take any single window and expand it to a massive virtual screen, simulating up to 300 inches viewed from 8 meters away for a truly cinematic feel. This mode also features full 3D video support, and when you combine that 300-inch scale with the 3D content, the sense of depth and immersion is unlike anything you can get from a traditional flat screen. And lastly, another huge benefit of these glasses comes down to device compatibility, as they can connect to a wide range of devices, including smartphones on either iPhone or Android, Mac or Windows PCs, tablets like the OnePlus Pad 3 that I have here, or an iPad for example, and various game consoles like an Xbox, PS4, or Nintendo Switch. I find this can be especially interesting for gamers since you have the ability to use apps like Steam Link, Moonlight, or PS Remote Play to wirelessly stream games from your PC or console directly into your glasses. So you can still use your existing game library in that giant 300-inch virtual screen mode, and the experience is helped along by their 3 degrees of freedom head tracking, which means the glasses track your head's rotation, either up, down, left, or right, and the result is that virtual screen stays locked in a fixed position in your space. This is super helpful in sport mode, giving you a good experience inside more confined spaces like planes, cars, and other on-the-go scenarios. And this is also helpful in reading mode, as the screen can automatically move closer for a more comfortable reading experience. So that's a quick look at the kind of experience you can expect with a more affordable AR glasses system. These are much cheaper than an Apple Vision Pro, about 1/5 the cost for what feels like 99% of the core functionality, which to me is a huge win for people like myself that want to dabble in the market without the massive financial commitment. And even better, Rokid isn't new to this kind of tech. The company has actually been around since 2014 and started mass producing consumer AR glasses back in 2020. This Max 2 is their third generation product, and they were showcasing their latest tech at CES earlier this year. It's clear they're serious about building their own ecosystem and are aiming to be a leader in the AR industry. If you want to learn more, please take a look in the description, as we do have a coupon code for anyone interested. And thank you, Rokid, for sponsoring this 9 to 5 Google video.